plenty of rocks around, you said? Yes. Alright, I throw this one at John's head. What even is your throwing skill? 25. Alright, 25 or less. 1. 1. 1. I am a true gamer. Well, in that case, the rock hits John clearly in the forehead. John, you'll lose 1d6 hit points. 4 in this case. And as luck would have it, the rock knocks John cleanly unconscious. He falls to the ground. Well, I should probably check on him. But maybe first I should try to stop whatever caused that to happen. It might happen to me after all. Lotsky, my character is probably fine. Go about your business. Yeah, but my character doesn't know that. I go and check on John. I have one gun out though. Your rock left a small bruise, but John is breathing normally and seems fine. If anything, the expression on his face is somewhat relieved. Relieved to be free from what with that weird mind control, probably. Let's see. Creepy guy with the amulet probably has something to do with this. But how am I going to get up there? Did I ever try to push the roller where I could climb up there? You did not. How would you do so? I guess like climbing up there while ignoring my body's warning signals that it's not a good idea. Very well. And that's what you wish to do? Yes, let's do it. Alright. Make another hard con roll. Fuck, 49. Still not good enough. What happens? Struggling and straining, you pull yourself, despite the searing pain, up to the top. Nice! However, you feel things inside you ripping, things shifting to where they should not be. It is agonizing, and you lose 2 hit points. Only 2 hit points left, and no one to save me if I fall into the dying state. Well, YOLO, I guess. I go up to the creepy dead amulet guy, and I take the amulet from off his neck. You study the amulet as you grasp it. As you do so, you feel a cold clutch on your wrist. You look down and see that the apparent corpse before you is not quite so dead as you thought. It has grabbed your wrist and is starting to stand up. It is looking right at you with its sunken eyes. Make a sanity roll. 43. Is that a pass? Yep. Alright, lose 1 sanity. And you're up first to do whatever you wanted to do now that we're in rounds. Well, I had one hand on the amulet and one hand holding my gun, right? Right. Okay, well, I shoot him. He has hold of your off arm, which makes this somewhat difficult, but you're at very close range, which makes it easier. Go ahead and make your pistol roll at normal difficulty. 40, pass! Just a moment, rolling some dice. Okay, your shot hits the corpse thing squarely in the chest. But the flesh seems to slightly melt and bend around it strangely. Perhaps it had some effect. But the thing does not loosen its grip on you, and indeed it starts to reach over with its other hand. It looks like it's going to try to pull the gun out of your hand. Do you want to try to dodge this effort or fight back? I fight back! How do you want to do that? I guess I'll try to shoot the hand or arm as it comes in to grab the gun. Alright, that'll be the second shot of 6 in the gun. Make your pistol roll and he'll make his fighting roll. 77, missed! And he rolled a 14. You fire your shot in a panic, but you miss, and the cold hand pries the gun away from you, and with astonishing strength, crushes it, crumpling the metal of it. Then, using his grasp of your wrist, he pushes you down to the ground. Does that cost me any hit points? No, you just fall down. The thing stoops over you and pulls a knife from the folds of its robe. It leans over you, raising the knife over your stomach dramatically, as though for a sacrifice. It laughs in a cold, distant voice. Idiot child, this is the consequence of meddling in things of which you are ignorant. I wait until he gets real close to sacrifice me, then I talk to him. And I say, well, buddy, there's one thing of which you are ignorant. And what is that, fool? I have 2 guns. I take out my other gun and put it to his head point blank and pull the trigger. A clever plan that will allow a bonus die for the patience. 81 on the first roll, yikes! And 19 on the other. With your one-liner said, you pull the trigger. The thing that was Walter Corbett falls to the ground, twitching unnaturally. It lets out something that should be a scream, but isn't. Then, before your very eyes, the body starts to shrink and shrivel. You can hear the bones inside cracking, disintegrating, as the body collapses in on itself like a dying star. Eventually, the body shrinks and implodes into a single point. The smell is awful, like an open grave. The single point of the body seems to plop with a sound like a gentle sigh. The smell of the open grave is replaced with a strange scent of ozone. Make a sanity roll for witnessing this.
90! That's not good!
It is not. There's 1d6 sanity.
6!
A fit of temporary insanity.
Oh boy, here we go!
They begin cackling maniacally.
Yes! Die! Fiend, die! The world shall be cleansed of your presence! I feel like that's more something you would say.
Alright, that is fair. Put your own spin on it.
Fucking wasted!
You empty your remaining bullets at the spot where the body was before it disappeared. Then you run screaming from the room, back through the crawl space, before being called by Professor Valou, who just noticed that the knife had become still. Then you faint. When you wake up, you were in the hospital. Professor Valou and John are standing by you. Jessica's in the bed next to yours, although it looks like she's been awake longer than you.
Oh, hey guys! I'm a little fuzzy on what happened at the end there. John, are you...
Oh, I think I double-clicked by accident. Where? History.
John, are you alright? Do you, remember what?
Yes, I remember. My mind went really fuzzy and I just kind of did things, but it was like I was just watching it happen. Like I had no control. I guess our friend in there had some pretty dangerous powers, huh?
Yeah, I guess so.
In all seriousness, though, thanks for saving me when I got mind control or whatever that was. You could have really easily just shot me. But you went out of your way to make sure I was alright.
Hey, what are friends for, right? And what about you, Jessica? You took a pretty good knife to the chest there. You doing alright now?
Yeah, just hit the bone, mostly. Nothing too bad. They're just keeping me in bed as a precaution. Professor Valou took really good care of me. Hey, careful with the flirting there, you're half his age. But he's so handsome.
Well, and the important thing is, we stopped whatever was going on down there.
Crap, I forgot we needed to get in the cupboard still. That was critical. We got paid though, right?
We got paid, yes. And that's honestly good enough for me. Although, we'll have to look into Mr. Corbett's other connections soon, they trouble me. I don't know what's going on with that chapel of contemplation, but I don't like it.
Agreed.
That's a good place for us to stop. Thank you all for a lovely session, and thank you, Monica, for hosting.
Yeah, of course. Same time next week.
Yeah! And that was the most interesting thing that's happened all season.
That was fun, MC. I liked how I was going up in the RPG story, and the kind of also about us playing the game. I thought that was always neat.
Yeah, that was hype. It felt very true to how we'd actually play a game like that.
Thanks! I tried my best to make it reasonably accurate.
It made me feel a little wistful.
They have to be using that word intentionally. Like, it's purposeful.
I kind of wish we did play a tabletop RPG regularly. That would be neat.
We could, if you all wanted to. I actually do know how to run this game. Oh, I've never done it before.
Wait, how do you know how to do it when you've never tried before?
She has all the rule books at home. She's read them like 100 times. She's never had a group to play with. She just really likes reading the books.
Well, I don't know about anyone else, but I'd play if Yuri wants to run a game.
Yeah, me too, definitely. I learned a lot about the game from her, and I think it would actually be super fun to have her running a story for us.
That's key.
Of course I'll play, doofus.
Yuri, you seem distracted. Oh, yeah, I guess a little. We might not be able to keep playing for very long. Because we won't be together.
Yeah, that's true. We can always play remotely. And then we can play no matter where we are.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what I do. In fact, just an hour or so from now, I'm going to be doing that online.
Yeah, dude, it won't be a big deal at all. We'll just be able to...
Alright, official grown-ups, who's ready for alcohol? Got some vodka, some mixers, a couple bottles of wine, and a couple other goodies. You guys want to have some drinks?
Yeah!
Yeah!
Sure.
Yes.
Nope.
Well, thank you for being a sober driver for everyone, Monica.
Happy to do it.
And if you change your mind at any point about the alcohol, you can feel free.
I won't, but thanks, Messina.
You know, sometimes the fun of, like, a beer party for the sober person is watching everybody else get drunk and make fools of themselves.
Now that everyone has their drink to sip from, let's start with some emails. Hopefully everyone out there will be understanding that we answer a little strangely today. The rest of the club besides me like to be fairly drunk as time goes on.
Man, this is good. Also, it is amazing that I predicted this with my mod. Everyone getting drunk. I am amazing.
Yes, you are! I guess we're already getting to that point a little bit. Although I think it's a bit early to be hitting MC that hard. A little bit placebo effect, maybe. Anyway, don't forget you can send emails to the club for us to answer. At the very least, I'll always respond to you when we get post emails on camera for answering. Just send your questions to like that, please. Now, let's get the first question up.
Alright. Hey, I hope you all doing well at the club. I have a group question. What do you think about mods or fanfictions? Since they end up creating instances of you, does it affect you? If that a too touchy subject, feel free to skip it. As someone who count on making a mod, and that create a lot, this is a subject I was curious about. Take care of yourself. Cross Holland.
Oh, it doesn't really affect us in any way. We are not those other versions of ourselves. And in any event, we're not even sure if some such versions of ourselves are really aware. I don't know. But anyway, we don't really like many mods and fanfictions of ourselves. It's weirdly kind of flattering. Although it feels like we don't deserve it. We're just a weird high school club after all.
Weird high school clubs are a common topic for weeb culture.
So I have heard. Anyway, hopefully that answers your question, and thank you for your well wishes, Croissant. À bientôt.
I don't know if I said that right. I don't speak French. Hey all, I just wanted to ask some random questions that popped into my head. Monica, and anyone else who wants to answer, you mentioned that you liked Evangelion before. Since then, the last of the rebuild movies have come out. How do you feel about the rebuilds? I've seen a lot of mixed opinions on them online, and I liked them, but can understand people who don't.
This one has questions for all of us. I think the rebuild movies are fine. They're kind of their own thing, and that's fine. Honestly, I wish Evangelion just had a good, proper ending instead. But this is probably what we're going to get. Don't get me wrong, they're good movies. They just feel disconnected from the series in a way. Hopefully you understand. Let's see the next part.
I don't fully understand, but I can relate to being annoyed with animes that just don't really end in a satisfying or understandable way. So let's see. Natsuki, and again, anyone else who wants to answer. Being the epic gamer, as we all, as well as certified meme lord queen supreme that you are, how do you feel about one of my favorite gaming topics, the deep Kirby lore? Do you like it ironically or unironically, or just not care? Have you played a Kirby game before? Please, your desperate fanbase needs to know.
Ah, yes, the deep Kirby lore. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not the biggest expert on the deep Kirby lore. I know there's an iceberg there, I know it. And I've gone down underwater a little ways. But man, that iceberg goes way down, you know. Anyway, ask Sarah your deep Kirby lore questions. She's got all that forbidden knowledge. But I have played plenty of Kirby games, and I do like them and their lore unironically. So there you go.
Yeah, something about a butterfly and the strongest fighter in the universe. Whatever. MC, if you had your own special poem theme like the other members do, what do you think it would sound like? That is, if you know what I'm talking about, since I'm not sure you've had many chances to hear the background music. Also, if Miss Ida is there, I would like to know what she thinks she would have. Oh, I forgot the question already.
What would your poem theme sound like if you had a custom one?
Oh, got it. Normal, I guess? I don't have any, signature instruments or anything. Probably the one I already have is best. What do you think, Sayori?
Oh, maybe something with subtle brass. Yeah, that's part of the orchestra that's not represented in any of our songs yet. Makes sense. How about you, Miss Ina?
Well, I've never written a poem for the club, so I've never needed this. But I've always loved hearing the cello. I know that strings are in the Yuri's theme, but they're a bit higher pitched. So maybe the cello wants some nice low strings for me.
Very interesting. Next one is for Yuri.
Yuri, do you like The Shining better as a movie or as a book? I've only ever seen the movie, but I've heard good things about the book, and I've been meaning to read it for years. Apparently they're both excellent, and the movie's one of those cases where the book, I wasn't worse than the book, I would say, probably.
Both are wonderful. You will rarely hear me say that both of the film and the book it is based upon. Interestingly, it is the film which is more subtle and psychological, an inversion of the usual dynamic, whereas the book tends to be more over-the-top, explicit, and dramatic with its horror. But it does it in such an enthralling way, nonetheless. Oh, excuse me. But yes, there are much more powerful ghosts. The climactic scene with Jack and Danny is much more of an action scene, and so forth in the book. If you loved the movie, I'd say the book is most certainly worth your attention. Although whenever a moment for me, I'd have to say I preferred the movie somewhat. You know how much more I love subtle horror. Or do you? I forget if I have spoken too much about that. But now you know in any event.
Huh? So when Yuri's drunk, she doesn't stumble over words, she just gets more florid.
Understand what wordplay. That was exquisite.
Thanks, Yuri.
So Yori, have you ever had any Girl Scout cookies before? I think they're just an exclusively American thing, but on the off chance you have, I would like to know your tier list. Wait, actually, that gives me an idea. Have you ever heard of the Snack Exchange community? It's an online thing where people from different places trade their local snacks by international shipping. I've never done it before, but it seems like something that you might be into. Sorry this got a bit long. Thank you for reading, everyone. Trefoils are supreme. They're the only Girl Scout cookie I really buy. I know that people are like all about the Thin Mints and stuff, but I don't really like minty, chocolatey things. So yeah, this is my taste, man.
Oh man! I have never had Girl Scout cookies, but I want to! I've heard so many wonderful things about them. They don't really sell them here. I am definitely interested in a snack exchange. I will look it up. Thank you for the recommendation. I want to see what all the fuss is about Thin Mints.
See, there you go.
And some molas. Thank you for the very nice questions, emailer. On to the next one.
Well, I have a question for all of you. Siri, just how easy is it to get you with a bag of cookies? You know, I could read this whole thing right now, or I could save it for next time because I don't think we're going to have time to get through it all. And reading the questions separate from the answers, it might work for you because of how the series playlist works out, but for me, not so much. So we're gonna drop a save. That's going to do it for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll catch you next time with more Club Meetings Season 3. Hope to see you then. Bye.